Money is going to be the one thing you're going to have a relationship your whole entire life.
That gratitude component, I think, is so important.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Coffee and Cupcakes with Christy B. I'm Christy B, and you've probably already gotten to know my lovely co-host here, Kathryn LaBarbera. Happy to have her back. She's sort of becoming our resident money expert here on Coffee and Cupcakes.
I like that title.
Yeah, not a bad title to have. But I mean, and as you should, because you coach a lot of people on money. And we have already done an episode, which you should definitely go back and watch first, which is about your relationship with money, or I think we're calling it your money relationship. And I'll put a link in the show notes below so that you can go and watch that one first. That's like base level. Then this is like next level.
Taking it up a notch.
Money relationship, hashtag next level. That's what this is. This is like moving in together, being exclusive.
Yes.
Your relationship with money. But I mean, I'm kind of joking with those relationship analogies, but it makes me think of something that you said, which we're going to talk about, which was, how did you phrase it about dating money?
Okay.
You could, this is how this all started, with dating money. Makes no sense.
Yeah, so here's the whole thing.
Okay.
We already kind of covered money is energy, right?
Yes, that's in the first one. Go watch that one first.
Okay. So if money is energy, or money, you kind of have giving and receiving, you kind of brought up too that that's like relationships. If you're in a relationship with, you have a spouse or children or whatever, there is a give and a take. There's a receiving and a giving.
There has to be, otherwise the relationship dies.
Yeah. And if you're just always giving and not getting anything in return, then you're not going to be happy after a while.
Right.
So let's say money was a person. Okay, so money's a person.
A cute person, by the way.
Yes.
I'm thinking. Okay.
Yes. Pick any person you want. Guy, girl, doesn't matter. So, but if you have a relationship with this person, let's say it's someone like you'd want to date. So for me, I'd like to date men. So if I was to have a relationship with money, so I have a cute man that I'm going to start dating. His name is Money.
Okay.
Okay. What would I act like on our first date?
Oh.
Okay, so let's think back to.
I like this. Well, you can really personify
money
in a way. Okay, all right.
Yes. So let's go to you. So you go out on a first date.
Okay, don't tell my husband about this, by the way.
Yeah.
Keeping this hush hush, but
I don't think he would approve of you dating someone else. So you go on a first date. So think back to you on a first date. What would you act like?
Well, I would try to act like myself. As much as possible, but let's be honest, when you are giving a first impression, you're always the best version of yourself. You're yourself, but you're the best version of yourself.
You're not sharing some of the deep, dark stuff, right? You're
right. That's a big turnoff. That's a big turnoff on a first date. Yeah, you try to be the best version of yourself. You put your best foot forward.
Right. So here's Money. Here's you. You're, are you flirtatious?
No, on a first date, I'm not.
Okay.
No.
Are you talkative?
As much as I have to be, but I much prefer to listen on a first date.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wanna know what I'm working with here. If I talk too much, I don't learn anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So he's your guy. Money is kind of talking to you and kind of wooing you too. Okay.
I am very much like, whoa. Don't get too close.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, don't get too close. I'm not going to share too much of myself with you at the very beginning.
That's how I am. I'm a little bit protective.
Yes. So we kind of go, okay, you start out protective. Okay. You start out kind of standoffish.
Yes.
I'm not going to really reveal myself to you. You got to reveal yourself to me.
Yes. Okay. I feel like I'm being downloaded and analyzed right now.
Okay,
this is fun. I have no secrets from you.
Okay. So you kind of have this standoffish, let's get to know each other, but I really get to know you first kind of attitude. Okay, great. Would you go on a second date with Money?
I would.
Now, just think about your perception of Money. So here's
Okay.
a guy, his name is Money.
Right, okay, right.
So what is, it's like,
I go
are
on
you
it.
even interested or?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm interested. I had to think about that for a
Okay.
second. I was thinking about like other first dates that I've had. 'Cause I was getting confused. I was getting way confused. I took the parallel, the metaphor way too
Way
far.
too literally.
Yeah,
Okay.
way too literally. Yes, I would totally, and that's why I would be nervous around money. I would be nervous around money because I'd want to make sure that we got along, but that I don't put myself out there too much, and that it's safe.
You have a like a yin and a yang, a push and a pull.
Yeah, and that it's like safe, but yes, I want Money to ask me out again.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely want to go out
So
again.
Money asks you out again.
Yeah.
You say yes. Okay. So dates 2 through 4, what are they like?
So I would get to a point where I'd be a little self-conscious and maybe think that like I'm like not up to Money's level or like not like quite, good enough. I mean, I'm going really deep here, like right now.
But this,
This
is what's the
This
truth.
is the exercise.
Yeah, this is the truth.
Right.
So it's like, okay, great. So I'm kind of hearing maybe you might not feel worthy of money.
Yeah. I mean,
On some level.
on some level.
On some level.
Right.
It's still not showing it, but this is your internal conversation that you're having.
And people would have that conversation in regular dating as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're kind of using this as a metaphor because we're trying to get to what is your connection to money. Okay. So you went on your first date and your second and your third and your fourth date a long time ago.
Okay.
Money is going to be the one thing you're going to have a relationship your whole entire life.
Even when you're like a kid and you don't really...
Well, think about it. If you got allowance, what was your relationship with allowance? Like some kids will go out and they're like, oh my God, I have this money and I want to spend it. Like burns a hole in their pocket. Other people are like they're savers and they want to keep it to the side. And so, and if you look at little kids, it's usually they're patterning after their parents.
Okay. And are they usually, can it be identified at that young of an age? If you just watch how a child handles their allowance or money, is it pretty consistent with how they end up being as an adult?
Yeah. Well, I have this wonderful couple that they have 2 small children, 5 and 3, I think they are. It's either 5 and 3 or 5 and 2. And some of the exercises we did in money class, because they both took my money class, they're sharing with their kids. So it's all about every week they put money, they each have their own banks, they put the money in the bank and they celebrate that. So they celebrate the receiving of money.
Right.
So it's all these things. It's like, okay, great. What are you teaching your children? Because what you're teaching your children is not what you're telling them, when usually people don't talk about money anyway,
Right.
But it's what are you showing them.
Showing them and what you're doing. Right. I mean, that's really how we communicate the truth about anything, is through our actions. More so than our words.
Yeah. So can you see their patterns? Yes, of course you can see their patterns, just like anything. So it's like, do they throw a tantrum? Do they spend all their money firstly? Do they, can you teach them, okay, great, you get allowance. This portion you should put away to save it, and this portion you can spend. So they have both freedom and some conservative.
And some people might be in a situation where they didn't get that, or their parents are not even in a not even really able to communicate that or know what they should be teaching their kids.
Right.
So more importantly, when we get to adulthood, it's on us now, right? It's like everything, no matter what happened in your childhood, when you get to a certain point as an adult, you have to go, okay, well, it's on me now to do what I want to do with my life.
Yes.
So that's kind of, I think, where it's important to focus. Is like, what can I do now? So take me out of this money dating scenario relationship. What can I learn from that? And then what can I do?
Let's just go one more step into the relationship.
Okay.
So we kind of had the dating part.
Okay.
Now you're living with money.
Okay. We've moved in. It's gotten serious.
Yes, it's gotten serious. Or you're married to money or whatever.
Okay.
When a relationship gets deeper, there's a lot of times that people will start taking things for granted or start having a pattern. So there's patterns that have been developed with you on money, on how you treat it. So I always take a look at, right now, is money happy being with you?
That's such like a weird question to think of, right?
I'll tell you how you can know. How much money is in your bank account? How much money is in your wallet? does money tend to kind of stay with you or want to be with you? So here's one of the things I do. It's kind of funny. So I have these workshops, and in one of the workshops, they don't know that's coming. So if you ever take my workshop, I'm revealing it to you. I said, everyone go get your wallet, and they go get their wallet, and we open it and we look at how are you treating money? Like, do you have cash in there? Are your credit cards all lined up? Like, that's the environment you're putting money in.
So people never really think of it that way, but you're saying like your purse, your wallet, even your bank accounts, or if you use a software like Quicken or QuickBooks or something, like that, the environment in which you put your money, like how are you treating it? Are you treating it well? Are you looking after it? Right? There are some people I know that never check their accounts. And they never know what's going on with their accounts because they're like their money is like the neglected child,
right? Or the neglected spouse. It's like, I'm doing my own thing, you're doing your own thing, I don't even really care where you are.
Yes.
So that could be that. Or it's I'm watching over everything that you're doing, and so I'm going to micromanage everything you do. Well, that's not a good environment. I mean, who'd want to be in that kind of a relationship?
But so you really can take those kind of classic relationship things and apply it to
money.
Huh.
And so here's this. So I want to give everyone something practical to take away from this. You start observing yourself with how you think about money, how you are with money. You start looking at it. Do you take your card and just swipe it, and you're not connected to?
And we talked about that a little bit talked about that a little bit in the first. Did I just say the same thing twice?
You did.
Because
it's like deja vu.
I heard it differently in my head, and then I don't know, that it came out exactly the same.
Deja vu.
So, okay. So we talked about that a little bit already.
So you take a look at that and you say, okay, great. I always tell people, I want you to become attractive to money.
Okay.
So I want your wallet to be a really awesome environment where money wants to come. And I always, another way we can talk about it is monies. So if you have dollar bills, it doesn't matter what denomination, how many are in there, because it's like a party. Now, if there's one by itself, so let's just say you have one paper money in your wallet and it's all by itself. It's lonely for the money. So if you have like $100 bill and it's in there, or a 50 or a 20, but it's by himself, then think about, there's faces on money.
That's true.
And so there's one person sitting by himself. It's like, how long is he in there for?
That's so sad.
Yes. So take the 20 and break it up into a whole bunch of ones, and then it's a party.
So first of all, I like the money party. That's awesome. But I like this idea of how do we make ourselves more attractive to money?
Yes.
And, I think that this can cross over and apply to things even if someone is looking for a raise at their job, right? How are you putting yourself together and presenting yourself in the workplace and to your boss or to the people that have the ability to give you more money? How are you presenting? Are you putting your best foot forward? Are you making yourself attractive to that offer?
Have you ever heard the phrase dress the part?
Yes.
So it's like you're at a certain level and you want to become the next level up. You dress the part first. Well, dressing the part makes you act different.
That's right.
The acting different, and the taking on more responsibility and saying, yes, I'm going to take it all on, is going to signal to the people that have the ability to give you more money that says, wow, this person's really stepping up. They're playing the part. They're ready. Sometimes the raises can come without you asking for them.
So it really, I think that that's a great way to put it, because I think most of us have heard of how that works before, and we've experienced it as well. And it's really something that you can actively do. And, it makes me think too, like, okay, well, so this idea of like keeping my wallet and my purse like clean and orderly and organized, and paying attention to where I'm spending money or how much is in my wallet, and like really kind of making sure that I'm honoring the money that I do have.
It's a great word.
And I think of that word because when you're talking about dressing the part or presenting yourself in a certain way, I think sometimes it can be confused with, okay, well, I'm trying to be something I'm not, or it's very superficial. And I like to think of it as you're honoring yourself by being the best that you can be. So that's how I like to think of it. If you're honoring yourself, then, and you're also honoring your money, like it just, I don't know, it just feels better. I can see how it would be a more attractive, place for money to flow
Every
to.
single person I work with, their money starts to multiply. Okay, so I work with someone, and they pay off all their credit card debt in a few months, where they were stuck before. Because we released the flow, talked about that in the first episode, but then we start creating a healthy relationship with money. Well, then all of a sudden, money starts becoming attracted to them.
So you're actually seeing more money coming into these people's lives through sources they didn't have before.
Correct. And they start becoming more conscious about what's going out.
And also maybe seeing what they don't realize they already have. Yeah. I think that can be key as well.
Yeah, so there's so much about it. And so one of the things is we have to change from looking at money as negative and looking at money as positive.
Okay.
Money is fun. I love money. And I say that a lot. I love money. Now, if I'm going to be telling you all the time, oh my God, yeah, I don't need money. Or let's say cupcakes. Let's use cupcakes. Okay. I don't need cupcakes. I don't like cupcakes. Cupcakes, they're just too sugary.
Okay.
If I came over, would you want to give me cupcakes?
No, because you don't like them.
I don't like them. So if I said, yeah, it's all right. I don't need to be paid for that. Money's not that important to me. Would money want to come to me?
Right. And this is something that I feel like we're sometimes trained to think that like it's really superficial if you like money, want money, talk about money that way, right?
We've been told that it's wrong, it's bad, it's this, it's that. And so we've kind of curtailed what we say. Now, I know that there's a lot of things that I want to do. I want to change the planet in a big way. I have these visions for this thing that I want to do in Africa, like this amazing thing. Do you know what it's going to take?
It's going to take money.
Yeah, it's going to take billions of dollars. So what I'm doing is I'm opening up to more and more and more. Because if I only see the vision that I could have, $1 million, that's not going to do what I want to do.
That's not going to enable you to achieve your bigger dreams.
So it's always opening up to so I'll tell you this way. Most people, let's say, have a cup.
Yeah.
Okay. If money was water, how much water could you hold?
In this cup?
Yeah. The cup, right?
Yeah. The whole thing.
Yeah. And let's say the cup represented $1,000. How much money would you ever have?
$1,000.
Even if more money was coming in, where would it go?
Would just start spilling
Yeah,
out.
it would start spilling out.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is I'm trying to create. So I went from a cup to a bucket. I went from a cup to a bucket to a big, barrel. Now I'm trying to go to a swimming pool, and then I'm going to go to bigger and bigger, so that as the money flows in, I can do more with it.
Right. And I think that there's something that also is important is about, okay, let's say that your cup holds, $1,000, that you respect that $1,000 too, and are grateful for it. And really appreciate it, because that also allows more to come in.
Yeah.
And that also is the same thing in a relationship, right? When there's something that you like about the person, and you are appreciative of it, you tell them how appreciative you are, you thank them, they give you more
of that.
So I think that's an important thing too. Sometimes people be like, well, I only have $1,000, and like, that's not enough. And so when you do that, money's going to be like, okay, I'm peace out then. You don't appreciate me.
I don't want to hang in there. But if you're like, oh my God, I love the $1,000.
Yes.
Look how much I can do. Look how happy I am.
Yes.
Then the universe says, oh, she likes money, or he likes money.
Yeah.
Let's give them more.
That gratitude component, I think, is so important. Yeah. I love that. And it's something that we can bring into our relationships with money and our just relationships with anyone in life, is that gratitude and that honoring. That's kind of what I'm taking away from this, is that honor yourself and honor your money and
take your money on a date.
And take your money on a date and clean out your wallet, for God's sake. Come on. What are you doing?
Oh my God, so funny.
I'm always a fan of getting organized.
Yes.
Well, you go ahead and clean out your wallet and get organized. And more importantly, leave your comments below and tell us if you're going to take money out on a date. Tell us if you think money would want to date you. If so, why? If not, why? We want to hear about it.
And I think everyone should subscribe to this because everything that I've seen that she has done has been great. I learn a lot, so be a subscriber and sign up today and get all these wonderful videos from Christy B.
Oh my God, I'm gonna keep her around always and never need to pitch myself. I love that. Seriously, thank you. And please do subscribe so that we can have you on again. Coffee and cupcakes.
Cheers.
Cheers.